All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Justin, and this will be my first live trade recap from today. So just give me 1 second to get started on it. All right. Share this. Okay. So this recap will start from last night until this morning because I did take a trade in the overnight. Took two trades in the overnight. All right. So on ES over here, the first trade I took was the monthly hedge pressure trade on ES. This is a level that you get from Rocket Scooter, the platform. It is a guesstimate of where monthly hedge pressure will be on SPY for the following day. Um, it is always a high volume pivot, and that is like the basics of my trading. Is I trade high volume pivots. I know where the volume will be, and that is where I take my trades every time. So we came down and hit the monthly hedge pressure around like 7:30 last night, and this like immediately concerned me because we started consolidating right below it. So it stopped me out around down here for 10 points. So I took about a $250 loss on one of my accounts, which is not that bad. And later at around 10, it ended up recovering the level. And I didn't enter on the retest of the level. I wanted to wait and give it time to kind of figure itself out and kind of chill out. So I placed the trade after about an hour of seeing that it was like holding above the level. And I went to bed and it ended up hitting my level around like 5, 6 in the morning when I was sleeping. So there's no better way to trade than, having it trade for you while you're sleeping. And it ended up hitting for about 20 points. So I took my profit on that. So that separate trade was about 400. So it was already green before we even opened this morning, which was really nice. And then let's get to the open here on SPY. I wanted to start with today as my first trade recap because this is one of my favorite trades. So I wanted to start with a banger to kind of show you how I trade and what I'm looking for. So this right here, where we opened on SPY, is a bear zone. A bear zone. So one of my favorite trades is to take bear zone top to bull zone bottom. It is a high volume area. This up here is the bull zone, this dark gray. The light gray is the bear zone. This in between, this pocket is a liquidity pocket. So there are always buyers and sellers in this area, which makes it a really, really good trade. And I took it from 675 to 676. I trade futures, so that was 10 points for me. And what I'm looking for when I see this setup is this DD band up here. It's come down a little bit now around like 2 o'clock. But when I took the trade, it was around 0.6. So what this this DD is, what this ratio is the ratio of stocks in their bull zones and their bear zones within the S&P 500. So above a 0.5, that means that there are more stocks in bull zones than bear zones. So what that tells me is that when SPY opened in this bear zone, it does not want to be in that bear zone. The majority of the time, SPY is going to follow the individual stocks. So if the individual stocks are pulling higher in bull zones, SPY should follow suit. So I took the trade. There was a little bit of volatility, a little bit of drawdown that came with it, but nothing too crazy. And my stop was around here, around 10 points below this bear zone, which it never hit. And my target was this bull zone bottom. These liquidity pockets are money, and it is why it is one of my absolute favorite setups. I take them every single time. So that gave me 10 points, and I took that on two of my accounts. I also took a trade on a third account. The third account I traded was on QQQ. This trade, I stopped myself out of it. It was a very similar setup to SPY. But this break here, I got spooked and jumped out for a small loss. Um, Hindsight, I should have held through it because I mean it was a grand trade right there as well. But you can't win them all. Um, so yeah, I ended up taking a loss. But again, these are liquidity pockets. These are great trades. And what you look for here is this is a sandwich trade. So this bull zone bottom right here to this bull zone, and you kind of ignore this bear zone in the middle. That is a sandwich trade and another trade that I love taking. Unfortunately, I missed it this time around, but no big deal. So I ended up with 500 on the day today, so not too bad. And yeah, I'm going to start posting recaps pretty much every single day that I trade. So if you enjoy these trade recaps and learn something from it, please like and follow for more. I will cut it there. Thank you guys.